Oh, I was muted, sorry.
Hi, Al.
Yeah, I was, sorry.
Hi, Al.
Hi, Al, how are you?
I want the yarn kisses.
God. Right, you're going to get your yarn kisses and then you're going to go, okay? There you go. Right, kiss. Nighty night. Oi, that means it's time to go. Go on, shoot.
I was looking at the yarn.
They're all the ones that you've seen, okay? They're all the ones that you've got.
Al, I pretty much lost the blue journal with those.
You haven't lost it. It's in the house somewhere. It'll turn up.
You might not.
Oh, it will, I'm sure.
I think you might.
Hi, hi, hi. Hi, Sandy. How you doing?
Good night, Al. She's my favorite person.
I know she's your favourite person. Go to bed now.
I know what you're spinning.
Ah, good, 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 good. Have you had a good day, Al? Done anything fun? You've almost knitted an entire tea cosy. Cool. Not done any knitting yet today. I did just some tidying up in here though, which was quite good. And I feel all accomplished. You know, like you do. Oh, back's killing me. So I don't know how long I will manage tonight because I'm a bit achy, but there you go. Daryl's been playing the PlayStation today. We downloaded this game. It was a free game. The last 2 levels you've got to pay for, but you don't it's not vital for you to play it. I can't remember what it's called. Matt, what's that game called? The one that Daryl's been playing. I can't remember what it's called. But it's made by NatWest Bank, believe it or not. And you're on this tropical island, and it's set in first person, so all you see is your little blaster gun, and it's comic style blaster gun. Do you know? It goes out fluted at the end. You know, which is quite good. And the idea is the first level is very, very easy. You go around and hi, thanks for the host, Vig. Evening. And you go around with your gun and you suck up all the rubbish. And then once you've sucked up all the rubbish, you put it in machines, you know, like massive bins basically. And then you suck up some water into your gun. And then you wash down all the things that were made dirty from the rubbish. Once you've made it 100% clean, the area, you can sort of progress on to the next bit. And then as you...
Island Saver.
Island Saver, that's it, that's what it's called, on PlayStation, and it's free. And,
I found it.
and then,
I found the one with the yarn ball stickers.
you found your boo journal with the yarn ball stickers in, yay!
Ow, I found the one
There
with the
were
yarn ball stickers.
fucking tears the other day when you couldn't find that fucking boo journal.
But I found it.
Good, I told you it was in your room.
Yeah.
Right, go back up to bed then. Yeah, so and you clean things up, and then as you go further on, you do things like you have to pay the tax man,
So, rubbish stuff.
and you can get loans out to do things, and then you have to start like repairing stuff, and
Get animals.
you
to
can get
ride on.
foreign money, and then like you make friends with the animals, and the animals like earn you money, and it's a game that basically teaches you
And you can
like,
ride on.
how to survive in the economy in a way. It's really very cleverly done, and there's 4 or 5 different islands that you go to, and you have to pay for the last 2, but they're only like £4 each or something. It's brilliant. The trouble is it's quite sucks you in, you know, because he'll play it and then he'll get to a bit where maybe it requires precision jumping, and he's never played a games console before. Okay, this is the first time he's ever had a play, so he'll say, "Go to bed!" So he'll say to me, "Mummy, could you jump this bit?" And I'm like, "Yeah, all right then." And then you jump it, and then you get a bit carried away, and half a level later he's sitting there going, "Can I please have the controller back?" But it's good fun. It's really, really good fun. I've really been enjoying it. And he's just finished them all today, so we might buy the... I know you do. We might buy the other 2 levels. You can ride animals, because like you need to ride some of the animals. Like when you're on, I'm just going to move my monitor a little bit. There you go. When you're on the like the ice one, you need Daryl, bugger off. You need to do bits where you go on like really slippery ice, and you need to climb over like this sort of pass, but you can't do it unless you get the polar bear. And you get the polar bear, and then you can ride him, and he'll take you up over the ice pass. So it's a really, really clever game, and it's really nice and bright and colourful. And well, you can tell he absolutely loves it. He thinks it's flipping brilliant. He keeps nagging Matt every morning, like, "Can I play the game? Can I play the game?" Trouble is, then the whole day's gone, So we spent this morning watching Elle. Then a couple of hours. No, what was it? Because you went off about 12:30, didn't you? Then half an hour later, Alex went on. My drive band's just broke. Oh no! And then about half an hour later, like Alex went on, and he's been playing in the lounge all afternoon, and it's fun. Apparently. Balls. Does anybody have a really good knot for the drive band? Because mine keeps coming undone. I think that's what's happened. Or has it broken? Yeah, no, it's starting to go. Time for a new knot. This is going to take me a few minutes. Always does. Here's some cotton. I always fucking tie it too loose. Typical. So yeah, needless to say, it's a really good game. So if you've got younger kids, that might be one that you would consider. If you've got younger kids and you've got a PlayStation, that is, of course. Right. I have to get on my knees. You see my keep calm. I can't keep calm. I'm going to be a grandma! That's probably reversed, but I don't know. fucking pings off. It's a pain in it. I hate retying my drive band. Especially when it catches on my fucking nails as well. Because I took all my nails off yesterday and it's like working with Velcro. Daryl, shut up and go to bed. If there was an easier way to do this, I would love to know what it is. Because I always end up cutting it too fucking long. And it stretches anyway. Feels too loose. Let's see. The thing is, you tie it and then you raise your maiden again, and it causes the cotton to stretch slightly. Gonna be too loose. I don't know, I might get away with that. Let's see, shall we? Sorry about that, peeps. Poxy thing. Okay. Night. Night owl. Oh, no, I gotta get back in place. Let's go outside. I used to use a plastic one on the Joy, but when I got this, it had crochet cotton on it, and you know, it's cheaper and supposedly easier to replace, easier to source, maybe should we say. But yeah, this game has been played. It's brilliant because it's also like they have to deal with foreign currency, and when the machines are full, after you've like sucked up all the rubbish, you put your rubbish in the machines, but you can only hold so much rubbish as well, so you have to sort of plan it all out. And then once the machines are full, you've got to go to the tax man and get a tax coin to pay to have the machines emptied and things like that. And it's really, really good. And then like the levels did get sort of progressively harder. There was more to do. I think it was like on the third island, you have to buy what's called a repair bot, and because the third island you go to is like desert, so you have to get your repair bot to put you in a tap so that you get water, because your water is used for cleaning. It's also used for fighting the bad guys, and of course, and all the time your kid's learning hand-to-eye coordination as well. So yeah, it's brilliant. I thought it was ever so good. It was about my level. So I said when he gets his own PlayStation, I'm going to have a go, have my own profile, and I'm going to play it. I don't do well at games, there's just too many buttons to remember. Oh, see now, come on. Pull it in. Tidied my office. Did you guys see the picture of the giant stamp that I had arrived today? It's a giant date stamp. I know, isn't it cool? I was like, yes, giant stamp. Cost me a fucking fortune because I got it from America. Thought that might be fun to use in my junk journal. Yeah, the reason I used crochet cotton was because I used to read about people would buy loads of that plastic stuff that they make drive bands out of, and if you buy like a sort of, you buy it by the meter or something stupid like that, and when it comes you have to fuse the ends together, and I was like, I just know that I would cut it too tight or too loose or something and screw it up. So I thought, well, if I use cotton to do it, cotton's cheap, innit? I haven't got to worry about it too much. Not in that, but when it runs out, I can get crochet cotton anywhere. Because I know what I'm like. My drive band would snap, and I'd be like, shit, I haven't got any more of that plastic stuff. Because I forgot to order it or something, or I don't know where I've put it. That'd be the more teeth, mouth, words. That would be the most likely, is that I'd put it away and then not remember what I've done with it. Go for it. I said that to Mikey once. Should I just record the sound of my wheel one evening, and then you can just like put it on a loop? Oh, excuse me. Maybe that's why when my spinning streams are always quiet, everyone's bloody asleep. I've had to retire my Mary Poppins mug. This makes me so sad. I went out to make a cuppa the other day, and I thought I'll give it a quick wash while I'm out here. And as I was washing it, I noticed that the paint on the bottom of the handle has worn back to the ceramic. So I'm like, oh no. So I don't want it to do that anymore. So I'm gonna have to stop using it. Yeah, I'm really gutted. Alex bought it for me one Christmas. I've been using it for yonks now, and I really love it. Oh, come on. Bitch features. So yeah, so I went out there and gave it a good wash, and it's now sitting on my desk with my pens in it. There we go. don't know when this braid's finished whether to split the other one and spin that, or whether to spin the Polworth and ply that. Because I can't remember how we said we were going to split the Polworth. Because we split the Alpaca into 3 and did it that way, I think, didn't we? I think we said did we say we were going to spin the Polworth just straight without splitting it? I think we did. And then apply the Alpaca to the Polworth and see what we get. One of my friends online, she's been knitting, it's called a whatever sweater, and the idea is that you use your odds and ends to knit up a sweater. So you're aiming for like a DK weight in yarn, but I suppose you could really do whatever weight you wanted. You just have to do a bit of calculation. And you grab all your oddments, and which I thought would be great for like most sock knitters, not Elle, because you make like baby stuff with the remnants of yours. But you know, people, if you've got a lot of leftovers, you gather them all together, and then you choose like a base colour. I would probably choose black, because I think black with a lot of the sort of colours in sock yarn, for example, would look really, really good. And then you just knit it with your 2 strands together. So you knit your first colour up, and then you swap over and you do your second colour, and you just knit all the way through like that. And at the end of it all, you've got this mild effect sweater. Looks really, really nice. Wouldn't mind having a go at that. I think I'm going to have to dedicate a page in my journal as to things I want to try, things I want to watch. Sorry, it's my son making a phone call. And all shit like that. Because I keep saying, oh, I'm going to try that, I'm going to try that, I'm going to try that. And then I got caught up looking through my patterns in my Dropbox the other night and found about 20 things I wanted to knit in there. And so good. I'm going to need to go for a wee. I thought it was going to be alright, but I'm not. Sorry, guys. I'll be right back. Knew I should have gone before I started. Yes. I was like, no, I don't need to go. I'll be fine. Sat down, I took one sip of water and I was like, I'm not fine, I need to go. Bugger. Never mind. Another thing I want in it is a little thingy for my dreads. Somebody on the dreadlock pages created it. It's called like a root rubber, and basically what it is, it's a baby hat without the top bit, so there's like a hole in the crown of the hat, and the idea is it helps you keep your roots looking that little bit tidier, and you put it over your fingers. So you make the Mamma Mia gesture with your fingers, and you put the wee hat over them, and then you thread the end of your dreadlock through the hole in the top, and you go all the way down to your scalp with this, and then you rub in a circular motion, and that just helps like the loose hair at your scalp knot up that little bit quicker than if you just left it. And it just makes it look a little bit tidier. That's something else I keep meaning to do. Of course, she's not sort of telling anybody how she made them, because, you know, she's selling them. But she's selling them for like $15 a piece. So I was like, yeah, well, A, I'm not going to order one because I'm in the UK and, you know, I'm not paying 20 quid for something that takes you probably, you know, half a day to make. And I'm certainly not paying for it when I'm quite capable of making one myself. It just literally looks like a baby hat. So I'm going to have to go out making one of those. Oh, excuse me. I want to get some extensions. Extend my hair down past my bum, because I don't. Short locks are okay, but I prefer mine long. And I think having my hair short makes my face look fat. I love when a bobbin's got oily winder on it. It just fills up so neatly. I've got yes, yeah, grey and white. That's what her colour scheme is. Very, very pale grey though, you know, she's gone for sort of quite a pale idea. Did you see all the scan photos, Sandy, from Monday? I did show them on one of my Boo Journal vids. She's really into bees at the moment, like bumblebees. I don't know why. Yeah, that was so cool. Really hoping it doesn't rain tomorrow because I want to go out. Get some exercise and run Daryl ragged. You know. I also need to go shopping because I've run out of mouthwash and a couple of other bits and bobs that I need. Oh, will you please draw the yarn in? It's amazing. It's so clever. Even the sonographer was cracking up. Back's really aching. This is not an ideal spinning chair either. Daryl's time to go to sleep noise, but he's already turned his light off, so. Hello, Blue Raven lady. How are you? Cats learn pretty quick to stay away from a spinning wheel, actually, because they stick out a paw and it invariably ends up getting walloped by some part of the wheel because it's going quite fast. My cat treats it with the disdain like she treats everything that, you know, belongs to me, so I'm not too worried. Hi Shenanigans, how are you? I remember when I first got a wheel though, the dog was majorly interested till she banged her nose on it a few times and then she was like, yeah, maybe not. Have a good supper, Sandy. Yeah, I'm good. Got everything done that I wanted to get done today. Which, you know, wasn't a lot. But, you know. I will no doubt have to do the washing up in a bit because my son cooked, so it's a bit unfair really to ask him to cook and wash up, isn't it? Good, maybe filling, yes. Ah, well, there you go. We had homemade Chinese for dinner. Well, I say homemade as in like we bought elements and chucked it all together to make a mishmash of Chinese food. And very nice it was too. Ooh, excuse me. I've got a jumper here somewhere. Christ, that's what I've done with it. I'm cold. What's everybody been doing then? There was a house down the road. Well, it's on the cliff path, and it's sold recently. And it's a sort of converted house. The upstairs is sort of all one property, and then there's like a sub-level which is accessible because it's right on the corner of a street, and it's a hairpin bend, this street. And once you go around the hairpin, you can access the sub-level, you know, because the ground's lower. It's not, it doesn't only go round, but it sort of goes round and down all at the same time. So the sub-level, which you know you guys call a basement, it has been converted into a flat. It's a completely separate property. Well, the upstairs sold, the main part of the house sold sometime over the winter. And a major part of this property is a conservatory. And the conservatory is massive, absolutely huge. And I walked past there for the first time in ages the other day. And it was the day we were finally released after isolating. And she's obviously a crafter, the lady that's moved in there. She's got a bloody great calyx unit with totes all along one wall, and she's got a table set up, the sewing machine and all that lot. So she's going to do really well up there, because there's a woman 4 doors down that's got a spinning wheel. It's not like this road, by the way. It's not me. I'm not the woman with the spinning wheel. So it'd be interesting to see whether they sort of lock eyes over the garden fences over the next sort of 6 months or so. Because I did actually stop and chat to the woman with the spinning wheel a couple of years ago. Sort of, asked her about it, but she spins big fat knobbly yarns, which I don't like, big fat knobbly yarns. And she didn't even know when I asked her what brand her spinning wheel was, because she didn't have it in the garden, so I couldn't look at it. But I said to her, "What brand is it?" And she went, "Oh, I don't know," and all this sort. She seemed like not at all clued up, but. And she'd never heard of Schacht wheels, or I don't think she'd even heard of like Kromsky and all that lot. So I was quite surprised at that. But yeah, this new house, she's certainly got a sewing machine. I don't know what else she's got. I was like, ooh. I'd love to make clothes. I'd like to make like sort of almost like pyjama bottoms, but what I used to call my sloppy Joe clothes. So, something that's loose and elasticated and comfortable for when I'm at home. But I don't know what fabric to buy, because I actually posted this on Facebook the other day. They'll say, oh yeah, 100% cotton, but then so do my sheets, and my pyjamas are a damn sight softer than my sheets. Hi, Pug! So I'm never sure when I see, cotton advertised on the internet or whatever, how soft it's going to be to touch. I need to put some moisturiser on my hands. So yeah, I'm a bit like, oh, because I want to have a go at making some clothes. But how you doing, Pug? I guess maybe it does. I really don't know. Because you know what I mean. Like pajamas are sort of. They're not brushed cotton. I know that much. That I've got these pajamas upstairs that I was planning to use as a template. They're just cotton, but they just feel so much different. And of course, when you buy clothing, it doesn't tell you what thread count the cotton is. So do I need an insanely high thread count for really soft stuff? Or will an insanely high thread count give me like, starched out to the nines? You're a little happy, got a minor promotion at work again. You're now working under the supervisor. Ooh, get you. What about how? I don't know how easy that is to sew. I'm very, very novice when it comes to my sewing machine. It tends to live on the corner of my desk and we ignore each other. My sewing machine and I. It ignores me with disdain and I ignore it with terror. You know. But it is something I keep meaning to learn. Because I'd like to as well make Daryl a few bits and bobs. So, especially shorts and stuff. Shorts and trousers, because boys go through shorts and trousers like... Your mum's the seamstress. Ah, well, there you go. Ask her for me. It's like I took it to a shop not that long ago because it wouldn't work. And I even had a friend of mine, she came around to borrow it. And she's like quite experienced with sewing machine. She takes hers apart and, you know, cleans it and puts it all back together again, and I just think that's amazing. And she said to me once, she said, "Is there any chance I could borrow your sewing machine?" So I said, yeah, sure, you know. So she came round, and my hands are too fucking wet. And my sewing machine just refused point blank to work. And she said, well, I haven't got time to sort of take it apart now. She said, but I could do it for you later. And of course, she never got round to it. So I took it to the shop the other week and said to the lady in there, you know, oh, this has happened, that has happened, blah, blah, blah. And I've got two sewing machines. One's mine, one's my mum's. And both of them were giving me trouble. Yeah. And she said, I changed the needle on your mum's sewing machine. And, you know, that's working fine. And I couldn't find anything wrong with your sewing machine. And I'm like, two different people have tried to use this and it's not working. And my mum's sewing machine, the fucking needle kept breaking. So the only thing I can think of is that I had the wrong needle. Because I thought I'd thrown the timing out on it. Because I made this. My kids bought me a Kindle for my birthday last June. And I was so proud of myself. Because I found this pattern online. For a little Kindle holder, and it's really, really well padded, and I bought like super duper duper thick padding, and I thought I'd thrown the timing out on my sewing machine because my greatest thing is that I don't allow the guides to take I tried to shove it all through. Yeah, but I tried to like force it, you know, and when I was sewing this, it's quite thick, and I thought, oh yeah, you know, I've thrown the timing out, that's what that is. But she was like, no, it's all working fine. And I was like, And when I got it back, it was all working fine. And she insisted that she hadn't done anything. And I was like, you must have done something. Because it wasn't working like that when I fucking gave it to you. But nope, she's absolutely adamant. It's all working fine. So I'm like, okay. And I've used it because I sew paper with mine as well. Because I'm a junk journaler. And I did sew it the other day. I sewed an envelope into my journal and it worked. So I was quite pleased about that. But I want to have a go at making clothes. You know? Hello Matt, how you doing? Yeah, I mean I want to have a go at making clothes and stuff, especially shorts, trousers and stuff, because Daryl's one of those kids that he falls over and he's immediately got holes in his jeans. You know? Just this week. Actually, yes. He fell over on wet grass. And it wasn't until a bit later on he was like, my knee's wet. And I was like, don't worry about it. You know, it's just because your jeans are wet. And he was like, no, look. And there was a hole in his... I was like, for fuck's sake. I might see if I can buy like a groovy patch for it and like patch it. I don't know. Yeah, I know, that's something I am holding jeans with. Yeah, you pay a lot of money for them, don't you? I hate holy jeans. Maybe we're just both cursed when it comes to sewing. I am adamant I will not give up. I want to make project bags for my knitting as well, you know? No, I hate holes in clothes. Excuse me. Oh dear, excuse me. I've seen jeans go for extortionate amount of money, and it's more holes than jeans. I feel really old saying that, but you know, yeah. Did you sleep, Matt? After your 28-hour work. I keep thinking about one of those craftsy classes that they advertise on Facebook. Yeah. To learn my sewing machine, but then they make crap that I don't want, you know, like, oh, let's make this cute adorable toy, and I'm like, let's not, it's shit. All right, good. Oh, did you wake feeling all refreshed? Or was it like, fuck, I slept too long and now I feel like shit? Because that's usually my case. I love sleep. I just don't get enough of it. You eaten something rough? What have you eaten today? Oh, excuse me. Toad in the oven for tea and KFC for lunch. Your sausage is cooked through properly. Could have been KFC, I suppose. Does that to me sometimes. Excuse me. Yawny, yawny. Oh, God. Oh, God, sorry. Well tired. Oh, right, okay. Of course, the issue we've got at the moment, though, is that everywhere here is closed because we're in lockdown. So it's not like I can go around touching stuff to find out whether it's soft or not. You know? This is pissing me off, Will. Come on. Exactly. guess so.
I'll bring it down.
Come on then.
What?
Come on then.
Which is on 22% of it.
I thought you said it was on 13 earlier.
But so.
That's fine, go on. That'll do you until tomorrow. Just stop pressing the button. Go on. Go on.
Okay.
Love you.
Love you too. Good night, Al.
No, the rain kept me in. Really wanted to. But then after Elle's stream, I only had about half an hour until my son's stream anyway, so, you know. So I hung about for that anyway, so pushing for tomorrow. Go into Shanklin, get some bits and bobs and hit Aldi on the way home. And that way we can incorporate exercise and shopping all at once. I don't know whether it's supposed to rain tomorrow. Here, anyway. Mr. Weather doohickey. It doesn't look like it's going to rain tomorrow. Oh, it's cold though. 2 degrees at 10 a.m. So I guess we'll be wrapped up warm tomorrow. No, well that's it. Like I said, I don't mind being cold, but being cold and wet, it's a bit, you know. Well, there's always tomorrow, as they say. I'm going to start a temperature blanket when my grandson's born. Do one for like the first year of his life, you know. So I'll start it the day he's born and then finish it, or do the last row on his first birthday. And if he's born like in the daytime, I'll set an alarm and register the temperature at the same time every day and do it that way. Yeah, I wish I thought of doing it for Daryl, you know, but I didn't think about it. So when I get paid this month, Callie and I are going to do a big order from Wool Warehouse, and I said we'll get it in acrylic, because it'll just be easier for her with a baby. You know, the last thing you want is fucking something you've got to wash carefully and block. So I said, we'll make it Starcraft acrylic, because I love Starcraft acrylic, because it's the best acrylic out there. You know, we'll just buy loads of different yarn. Designate, is that the word I'm looking for? A temperature bracket for each colour yarn, and then just go from there, you know. So found a really nice one on Ravelry that I liked. And it's a crochet one as well, so it'd be quite nice actually to pick a crochet up again. I might have to order one, because I don't know if I've got some wooden ones, but I'm not sure where they are. They might be in the other room. Could you go back and look at Temps of Daryl's first gender? I could, I suppose, but he's got loads of blankets. And I don't know whether I'd be able to find day by day, do you know what I mean? Starcraft Clifton style, yeah, exactly. Yeah, it'll get, you know, it gets pulled around and pulled about and all of that lot, so. The one I found, you do it corner to corner instead of in a straight line, so that your stripes are diagonal along it. Let's see if I can find the pattern that I found for it. Crikey, I'm fucking cold. Yeah, this is it. And she's done it like corner to corner. Yeah. Oh, that's what you've done, is it? Yeah. No, so I was just, this really grabbed my attention. That's like a little sampler she did. But I really, really like the sort of stitch that she's done on it as well. Yeah, it is lush, isn't it? And I was looking through the projects and I can't remember which one it was that absolutely grabbed me, but I mean, look at them. They're just gorge. Absolutely gorgeous. I mean, that one's fucking on a double bed. Look at things. And look at it. That's beautiful. So yeah, that's the one I think I'm going to go for. But I probably won't do, I've already downloaded the pattern. I probably won't do the full range of colours that she's done, because, you know, like, we don't tend to go much below freezing, do we, in the winter? So, you know, I shall get rid of all of those colours, and we don't really go much over 30 in the summer. So I'll get rid of those colours as well. And then I should just say to Callie, right, let's buy, you know, the all the in-between colours, or, you know, let's order however many balls of wool and then designate each one with a colourway, and we'll go from there. Yeah, I think we said like 20 something. Yeah, I'd probably do the edging in black just to, you know, just make it look nice. What edging are you putting on it? I saw something like a simple double crochet or something. And I also said to her, you know, we could do whatever colours you wanted to do as well. It doesn't have to be, you know, red for hot, you know, red for sort of 30 degrees. I said, do whatever you want. If you want to do it fucking pink or blue or green or, you know, whatever. If you want to do it in colours that blend, we can do that. If not, we can do it in really wild colours. Either would be great. So, yeah, that's what we're going to do. Oh, yeah, coloured circle. Yeah, in black squares. Oh, okay. Yes, I keep forgetting to look at her site. It's been ages since I've looked at anything of hers. Or I suppose I could do her border in grey, being as that's what the colour scheme is she seems to be basing most things off of. Yeah. It's an idea actually. I might use grey for the border. And it will also, if I do grey for the border, it will match the other blanket I'm making him. Excuse me. So are you bordering each square in black or each circle to a black square? So you have sort of coloured middle and then, or little coloured rosettes and little black squares sort of thing. I mean, I did think about that sock blanket, that beekeeper's quilt, whatever the hell it's called, way back when, but I made some of it and I got bored with it pretty quick. So. I found it boring to make. No. No, I don't either. Three round circles and then 2 rows of black and squared off. Yeah. Well, that's why I quite like the diagonal one, because then there's no sort of piecing. Although I've got nothing against piecing, but you know, there's no finishing off to do, is there? You just do it. And then I thought a couple of rows of double crochet around the outside. Boom, done. I think if I was going to do a beekeeper's quilt, I would like sew them together as I go or something, rather than picking it up and knitting it. I would actually make the little hexagons and then just flip and sew them on as I make them. I'm going to turn the heat on. It's fucking cold in here. And I'm a firm believer that you should be allowed to sit in your house no matter what you're wearing and be warm. Without needing to add layers and layers and layers and layers and layers. Well, that's it, isn't it? And if you wreck one hexagon, it's going to be easier to fix if you sew them all together. Well, that was my thought anyway. Because I did have the idea. Hello, Mikey. How are you, sweetheart? I did have the idea that, especially like, it's probably 10 years ago actually, when we did the first ABC challenge on socks, that every pair of socks I finished, I was going to keep the yarn and put it towards the beekeeper's quilt, but I just never kept up with the quilt. And I carted these little sort of half yarn balls around me for bloody ages. Tossed them all in the end, because I just didn't know what to do with them. I really wish I'd kept them, because like I said, there's that whatever sweater that Karen Hans is making, which I really, really like. And I now keep thinking of 101 projects I could do with leftover yarn. Always the way, innit? How you doing, Mikey? You alright, lovey? I'll see if I can find a photo of her whatever sweater. So everyone lately. Oh, that's okay. That's okay. I hope it's all going alright and you're not. Excuse me. Not hurting yourself in any way, love. Oh, it's fucking sure she won't mind me posting a photo of her sweater. If I can find a photo of her fucking sweater. Obviously doesn't post photos of her knitting enough because I've had to scroll now for ages. That's a hat, it's not a sweater. I hate Facebook. There's a mittens. Because I could just probably go and look on Ravelry, but Alpaca in my gob. I'm just trying to find a picture of this sweater that my friend's making. And it's been made from leftovers. Ah, there we go. Right, let's just make that. Let's just be big and go like that. So the idea is you pick a base colour, and she's holding it double with a red, I believe. It's called Cleric, and it's King Cole Merino Blend 4-ply. And you just basically grab a leftover ball and hold it double with your base colour. And yeah, that's hers. And I'm like, I really, really like that. I wouldn't do that neck, but because I don't like round neck stuff. Even my own t-shirt's actually annoying me now today, but I really, really like it. So yeah, I may have a go at that. I'm good, Mikey, up and down. You know, I've had a few migraines here and there, but otherwise I'm alright. Yeah, I know. I fucking hate Facebook. So yeah, like I said, I need to put a page in my journal of projects to do, or projects I'd like to do, or you know, I need to think of a witty title for it. And then I've got some gorgeous bluey greeny cotton yarn that I want to make a cardigan with. Well, I might just make a sweater instead of a cardigan, but being as I never undo the buttons on the cardigan that I'm going to base this sweater on anyway. How's Frankie getting on with remote school? Wish we had remote school here. It's distracting me now. Shut that down. Oh, really? Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah. That's it, isn't it? They don't think about our special needs kids, do they? When it's schools open, schools closed, schools open, schools closed, schools go, schools. That's why I pulled Darren in. So I was like, I got no guarantees to what's going to happen like this year in school. And then when they were like, oh well, basically the first sign of a cold, you'll be forced to do a COVID test before we let you back. And it's like, well, Daryl coughs and snuffles all throughout winter anyway. Well, all throughout the school year, should I say, until maybe like the last 6 weeks of the summer term. So he would have gone back in, he would have been in school for like 2-3 days, he would have developed a cough, and they would have said, no, he's now got to isolate for 10 days. We would have isolated for 10 days, they'd have probably made him take a fucking COVID test, which, I'm not putting a 5-6-year-old through that every few weeks. And then he'd have gone back, he'd have caught another cold, and we would have been straight back to self-isolate for 10 days. And it's just like, I'm not spending the next school year stuck in the house because he keeps picking colds up from all the other little fucking germ-ridden shits that go to school. At least this way, he hasn't had a cold all winter, not been exposed to the school environment. He can go out, we can go out and learn shit at the moment, and schooling as and when we please in a much more relaxed way. Whereas if he was being kept off school for 10 days every time, well, they don't provide you work to do with him. They're just like, right, no, go home for 10 days. It's like, well, okay, but what are we supposed to be doing? And he would have fallen behind. At least this way, he's going to keep learning. Of course you have to keep your exercise going. It's not being selfish for you, Mikey. You've got to think of yourself as well, lovey. It's for your health and benefit. Yeah. I think your schools are doing more than what our schools are. I mean, when we were in the summer, you know, when we were all closed, they were just like, yeah, I have a load of exercises to do at home. There was no actual learning going on, and it was like, well, hang on a minute, you know, what about my kid needs to learn stuff, not just go over what he's already learned. So and then I found that program, that app online, and it's been a fucking godsend for him. He's loving it. It does reading, it does maths, it does phonics. There's worksheets I can download, which I must do. Frankie's taken over the school and he doesn't even wake you up anymore. You end up waking up at 11:30. He's already had 3 hours on the computer. He gets on himself and they lead him through to the next class. Well, that's good. Yeah, you are. It's nice when you've got a team like that to help you. I got absolutely nothing from the school when I told them I was deregistering him. Some of the parents have been like, oh yeah, I told the school I'd deregister, and they phoned up to talk about options and, blah blah. Basically tried to talk them into staying. When I phoned up, well, I didn't phone up, I sent an email because it was during the holidays, and within 2 days my access to school stuff had been restricted. Didn't get a confirmation email back, I just got restricted on, accessing the reading programme and all of that lot. And it wasn't until school started that I got an email back. So I was like, lovely, thanks for that. Absolutely nothing for several weeks. I should have waited until like end of September, because he would have then at least had access throughout the rest of the summer holidays. But never mind, eh? Yeah, there's no such thing as remote learning here. You go to school, and if you don't send your kids to school, you could be fined. Although it seems to be up to the schools at the moment as to whether they fine you or not. Or you homeschool, which means deregistering your child completely. Which, if your child would ordinarily be entitled to a free school meal, you don't get any help with any of that. So financially, you might be worse off by keeping your kids at home. And then you just get, the government people who are like, oh, well, we want to know how you're providing for your school, how you're providing for your child and all that lot. Because the law says in England or in the UK that your child must be provided with an education. It doesn't have to be the national curriculum, but it does have to be an education. So I'll be interested to see what happens when I get my report to fill in. I've not had one yet. I'm quite surprised at. I haven't heard anything from them actually. I got one email, October, I think it was, saying, can you just confirm that you have chosen to go down the route of elective home education by filling out this little form, which I filled out. But there was nothing on it really to sort of push, and yet other parents have had these great big long forms to fill out. So I've either slipped through the cracks, excuse me, or they just haven't got around to me yet. And the numbers keep going up as well, of those who are infected and all of that. Even Alex tested positive. New Year's Day. Went in, had the test done, got the results back the very next day. Yes, you have tested positive. Lovely. Yeah, excuse me. Okay, sweetie. Take it easy. Oh dear. I know, it's funny, isn't it? My son got his security guard licence last year. Did it during the 2 lockdowns, funny enough. And he's been mostly doing supermarkets, but Christmas Eve he worked in one of the local pubs. And that's when they think he was exposed. He got a call, like, it was almost a week later. And it was funny because he'd said to me the day before, I feel a bit funny. And I said, what do you mean a bit funny? He said, I feel like hungover. I said, well, did you drink yesterday? Because, literally it was a few days after Christmas. And he was like, no. And he said, I drank for a couple of days. So I was like, was it the Tuesday after Christmas? I think he started to feel rough. So I was like, oh, you don't think you've been, don't think you've got COVID, do you? And he was like, I don't know. He said, I just felt, hungover and achy and all of that lot. And next day he started coughing, and then he got a phone call from his boss and said, turns out you were exposed to COVID last night. One of the people who went in the pub has tested positive. So he was like, yeah, I'm feeling a bit ill. So yeah, he called me up on New Year's Eve. That's when he got the phone call. And he called me New Year's Eve and he said, yes, I've tested positive. I was like, great, because he'd been around the entire family. That's me, my pregnant daughter, my mum who's got COPD, my other son who's got a heart condition. He'd been around everybody because we'd all been together Christmas Day. So he went to the one and only testing site on the island. And they were ever so good because he went in about 3 o'clock in the afternoon and he got a text at 10 a.m. the next morning, you've tested positive. So it was like, yay, we're all going into isolation. Lovely. Excuse me. None of your family got it. Sister works in school. Dad in the RAF all over the world all the time. And Mum in fish and chip shop. So I'm just, yeah, I am really. You were all over the UK, delivering here, there and everywhere, aren't you? So, amazing really that you've not had it. God, I could do with a good night out. A few bevies and dance the night away. And stumble home at 3 a.m. Miss those days. Turns out some of your dad's carers had been going into work with symptoms. Well, that's lovely, isn't it? Loads of them are off sick now, and the care company didn't even tell us. You found out from other carers. Now your dad is in hospital with symptoms, still waiting to hear them retest results, so... You'll give me a good night out, will you? Yeah. Take me to the city. Everywhere's shut. There's fuck all happening. Oh, I go so with alcohol, loud music and dancing. It's not shut if you know the owner. It's not saying there, it's just you, is it? You need loads, unless you're talking like illegal places. That's weird. I've just had an alert that somebody's following me on Etsy. I had that same alert about 2 hours ago. Right. Must be a spam account. Only joined like 2 days ago and they're following 424 people already. You wouldn't do anything illegal? Well, where's the fun in that? Yeah, that's the one. They're following you too, are they? Yeah, followed me a couple of hours ago and then just followed me again. Not like your I don't know what your previous career was. Oh, weird. Are you a bad boy, Matthew? He likes them bad. Oh, for fuck's sake, stop yawning, woman. You was an IT consultant. How fucking boring. That's okay. That's okay. I've dated postmen and electricians, so, you know, a former IT consultant isn't, like, too bad. And chefs. Apparently got a bit of a thing for chefs. You hacked businesses and then told them how to fix it. Oh. Ah, you're one of those. So, a bad boy, but in a good kind of way. I started with your mixer when you was really bad, and then you got sent down. Oh, wow! What did you do? Oh, for fuck's sake! Stop it! We're nearly done. Yay! Yeah, the system downloaded all. You naughty! How did you manage to get out, go into jail for that? What? Okay then. Fair enough. Oh, excuse me. You thought you were bad for doing stupid shit just because you could. You got her beat. And she's done a lot of stupid shit. Yeah. Like what, Dork? Come on. Tell all. Oh. Why not, Doc? Is it because it's incriminating? I don't think I did any stupid shit, really. Not anything like bad. Too busy having babies. Why did you take control of a flying plane? And how did you manage to get control of a flying plane?
For a little bit.
Okay.
I saw Mike today, my boss.
Oh?
He says,
Just give me a second, guys. Sorry about that, my son. Boeing asked you to test their systems out. Seriously? Are you joshing me? You'll say this, all the local drug dealers knew you had an agreement. They didn't put you in hospital. You would stop stealing, selling their drugs. Fair enough. I had to clear my dad's bank account out while he was dying. So they didn't question how a man who was on benefits had quite so much money in the bank. Do you know no L then, or do you only know L online? My fucking parcel didn't turn up, I've just realised. Shitty fucking herpes again. That's 2 days now they've not delivered it. I know she has an amazing butt. Supposed to be delivered between 1 and 5 today. What a fucking shock. Wankers. Wankers, pricks. Oh, now it's arriving tomorrow by 10 p.m. according to... My hand's cold. Maybe you should operate like Hermes do, Matt, and then just not be contactable about all these missing parcels. How's that going, by the way? Oh, you do? Wow. Well done for managing to get that. Get your money back. That's what I would do. Get your money back and tell them to send it, or tell them to replace it. Who was it coming by? And has it moved lately? See, Amazon originally told me that that stuff was going to arrive today. And then the tracking was all like, oh yeah, no, this was yesterday. Oh, it's going to arrive yesterday. And then it was like, oh, there's been a delay, it will arrive today. So now they're saying it will arrive by 10 p.m. tomorrow. And I get that everybody's busy and that they're understaffed and all of that lot. But it would be nice if there was an occasional apology. You paid for postage to make sure it arrived on time too. It's coming on mail. Apparently no track number in the Amazon tracker. Just keeps saying it's on its way but running late. You got Twitter. Contact them via Twitter, Amazon that is. Or go on their live chat and just say, look, how long am I supposed to wait for this? It's now 4 days overdue. I replaced my Fitbit a couple of months ago. Hermes stole the first one. Yes, that wasn't very nice of you making the poor woman cry. It's not her fault. Yeah, if not, go to the contact us bit in Amazon and talk to them through the live chat. I found that quite helpful. Because of course tomorrow it'll be like 5 days late and say, well, how much longer am I supposed to wait? I used to tell people like that, you don't get paid enough for me to shout at you, love. You better go and get your superior. You don't get paid enough to deal with me in the mood I'm in. Yeah. Exactly. Of course they don't. Come on, will you pull the yarn on? I hate being at the end of a bobbin. £8 a month. Well done. £8 a month more tax to pay. We'll pay a man. I suspect you're the higher tax bracket as well, aren't you? I know we were until we kicked a tenant out. Yeah. It's an insane amount, isn't it? That's just 45% is a fucking rip-off. It's almost half of what you earn. My mum was the same, because she had like state pension and private pension and 3 properties that she gets rent paid to her. 2 are like full properties, and the third is a house full of rooms to rent out. So she's in the 45%. Red and the Wolf Designs, hello, how are you? And that's what she was paying as well. And it was just like, come on. I have to retie the fucking drive band later. Now that it's all stretched out. Yeah, I know, it's insane. Boom. Like, you understand paying tax, but paying over 100k a year is extremely annoying. You can't write anything else off till you start another business, and that's how you ended up with... Yeah. Last little bit. Yay! Little blue fluff now. Thank you. I'm actually about to stop because I've been going now for 2.5 hours. My knees hurt. I'm cold. My hands, my feet are really cold. So, a needle pulling thread. I'm going to call it a night. Oh, ouch. I will be back. It's been another one. No, my knees hurt. You have no idea how much it aches on the knees, and I haven't prepped the fibre yet either. I will be back. What will you get? There you get that one. Okay, hang on a second. Ooh. Earthquake! Glad I'm wearing a proper t-shirt for a change. Otherwise that would have been a really good shot right down the cleavage. Okie dokie. I'm gonna go. I will be back on Twitch on Saturday night, I think. Get an auto spinning one. Don't like them. Used to have one. Pardon me. Don't like it as much. It's an electric spinner, not an auto spinner. Yes, hopefully I'll be back on Saturday night. It depends really on if my son's streaming or not. He hasn't said. I've got it. I've just got to Oh, what, yours? Yeah, no, I've got the other braid, because I had 2 of that baby alpaca and 2 of that Polworth, didn't I? That we were talking about a while back. That's the first braid. So I've got the other braid of alpaca that I need to split and spin. And then the 2 braids of Polworth. And then I'm going to apply the whole lot together and see what I get. I might do it as a 4-ply just for the shits and giggles. You will see. You will see. My dog is making grumbly noises. What's the matter? Nothing. I'm going to slurp. Slurp, 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 slurp. I'd imagine, because you sent it on a 24, haven't you? My goodie bags. I think it said. No, just signed for. Hopefully tomorrow, if not, maybe the day after. Yeah, I do as well. Especially when it's like fibre. Yeah, I know. I know. Hopefully the fact that it's, you know, you're not too far away makes a difference. I know you're boycotting them. Good luck with that. Squishy always a specialist. I know, and I've won fibre and a pattern holder and a jelly mat. And yeah, I'm well excited. So right, you're gonna buy Royal Mail and shit them down. You go for it. Privatising it was what caused half the problems. It worked much better when it was actually royal. And they privatised it. Trust me. I used to stay at Postman. You boycott Parcel Force because the driver in your area is a twat. I remember I got stopped once. I was nowhere near my house. And this Parcel Force van pulled up beside me. He went, "Are you going to be home later?" And I was like, possibly. And he went, "Okay." He said, "I've got a parcel for you. It'll be about 3:30. And I was like, okay. See you later then. And I've never met that particular Parcel Force driver before. Never met him. Never seen him. He didn't even confirm my name or address. He was just like, "Yeah, I'll be over to drop a parcel off later." I was like, okay, how the fuck do you know who I am? You know? I was nowhere near my house, so it's not like he'd seen me coming out my front door. It was weird. Yeah, Stuart was postman, and his dad was the longest serving postman in the UK. He did over 50 years of Royal Mail. His dad. Stuart did 26 years. My post lady's fab. She adores Daryl. Anyway, I need to go because I need to pee again. Because I've drunk lots of water today because I've been good. What a prick. Does he not like you? Can't imagine why. You're such an upstanding pillar of society. And such a genuine nice bloke. She says, looking through Discord. Oh dear. Is it bedtime yet? saying that, I'm not going to go to bed. I'm going to go in the other room and knit socks now. Because, you know, you're very nice. Apparently. If you say so. Right, okie doke, people. I'm going to go. I will see you all Saturday. If I don't bump into you in various other streams around the Twitchverse. Or whatever the fuck you call it. You've been up since 4. And you at least want to get the hill turned. Yeah, you turn the hill first. You can't go to sleep till you've turned the hill. You're getting ready for bed. But you're now heading Germany. Yeah, fuck that. What part of Germany are you in? I grew up in Germany. My dad was in the forces. You're leaving at 5. Where are you off to tomorrow? I'm going to Poundland. Near Cologne in the west. Ooh, nice. I grew up in Saltau. Well, started in Saltau. Then we went to Rheindahlen and then Mönchengladbach, and Bracht was last before we moved back to England. Beautiful country. Delivering vaccines all over the UK. Don't deliver them here though, do ya? I'd make a cup of tea if you delivered them here. Oh dear. Right. I'm going. Take it easy, peoples. Thank you for coming, those of you that were here and chatting, those of you that chatted and lurking, those of you that lurked. That's alright. They're all alright. Abuse the pandemic. You can abuse me anytime, darling. Right. Have a good one. Sleep well, those of you that are going to sleep, and if you're like me and you're a raving insomniac, good luck with that. Yeah, about 7:30, 8:30 your time, PM. Red and the Wolf, if you fancy it, come have a chat. They refuse to pay the boat fee. Yeah, most companies do. That's why we can never get stuff here. Okay, peoples, take it easy. Love you loads and loads and loads and loads and loads. Tatty bye.